In Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine tells Anakin of a Sith Lord who is capable of insanely powerful feats, and capable of keeping those he loved from dying. He also tells Anakin of the ultimate and ironic fate of this Sith, that he could save others from death, but not himself. He tells Anakin that his apprentice was taught everything this powerful Lord of the Sith knew, and in his sleep, his apprentice betrayed and killed him. This is, of course, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, but what are the greater details of this Sith Lord's final moments? In canon, we don't have much, simply that it was indeed Palpatine who killed him, and beyond that, nothing really. But if we take a look at Legends, a scheme that spans many years is revealed, and in this video we will discuss the circumstances, planning, and manipulation that allowed Palpatine to finally slay his master. Years before the events of the Phantom Menace, Plagueis was a notable businessman, and many wanted him gone because he posed a potential threat to them. One fateful day, a group of assassins ambushed Plagueis and gravely injured him before his apprentice, Palpatine, killed them all, leaving no witnesses. This attempt on Plagueis' life paranoid him and showed him that even he was capable of being killed in an instant. This event drove Plagueis somewhat mad as it shined a mirror at his own mortality and showed him how quickly his life would have been lost. Because of this, Plagueis ventured off, putting all his time and resources into the study of midichlorians so that he could potentially use them to live forever. This was in fact his first mistake, as he trusted his apprentice Palpatine too much, giving him free rein to move through the ranks of the Senate. Palpatine and Plagueis had agreed that once Palpatine was elected Supreme Chancellor, he would then elect Plagueis as co-chancellor and they would rule together. While Palpatine gained political power and favor, Plagueis labored long and hard in search for the secret that would grant him eternal life. Palpatine viewed the state of his master as he declined, but he was unwilling to strike yet, as Plagueis had become so frightened and paranoid of his death he had sworn off sleep entirely, and thus, Palpatine waited. Years passed, and the time had come for Palpatine to seize command over the Senate and become Supreme Chancellor. Palpatine manipulated Princess Amidala to call for a vote of no confidence for Chancellor Valorum, as to allow for Palpatine to take his place. This plan eventually worked, and Palpatine was soon to be elected Chancellor. During this time, a boy had been discovered on Tatooine, said to be purely born of the Force. This child greatly interested both Sith Master and Apprentice, and Plagueis believed his studies with the midichlorians had resulted in the birth of this child. Plagueis became overjoyed as he saw the fruits of his labor come to pass, and that he soon would be able to live forever, as he had created life and believed he could thus sustain his own. Palpatine saw his master's joy and relief, and thus took full advantage of him, inviting him out to Coruscant to celebrate, and the following day be elected as co-chancellor of the Republic along with him. Plagueis arrived on Coruscant and met with his apprentice, and together they laughed and mused at their success. That night, Palpatine and Plagueis went to the opera to further celebrate, and Palpatine saw his chance, and the flaw that had formed within his master. Palpatine saw that his master trusted him fully, and now saw him as an equal, having no worries about a possible betrayal. On this night, Palpatine too saw the fruits of his labors, and saw he had learned all his master had to offer him. Plagueis' words to Palpatine years ago rang true, but this time, unlike Plagueis, Palpatine would use his knowledge to destroy his master, not build him up. Tell me what you regard as your greatest strength, so I will know how to best undermine you. Tell me of your greatest fear, so I will know which I must force you to face. Tell me what you cherish most, so I will know what to take from you. And tell me what you crave, so that I might deny you. These words would soon be used to destroy Plagueis, as he at this point had revealed all. Following the opera, the two Sith retired to the home of Plagueis, where they further drank and Palpatine rehearsed his acceptance speech in front of his master. As Plagueis drank more and more, his eyes became heavy, and for the first time in years, the Sith fell into sleep. At this moment, Palpatine seized his chance, releasing huge torrents of Force lightning onto Plagueis, who screeched out in pain. Plagueis awoke, and Palpatine shocked him again, laughing at his agony. Palpatine allowed his master to suffer, not killing him instantly, but dragging it out and taunting him. From this moment comes one of my favorite quotes in all of Star Wars. As for Palpatine, this thus far is the greatest triumph of his life. You lost the game on the very first day you chose to train me to rule by your side, or better still, under your thumb. Teacher, yes, and for that I will be eternally grateful, but master, never. Following this, Palpatine ended the life of his former master Plagueis. Palpatine then basked in his triumph, finally feeling the power of becoming the sole Dark Lord of the Sith, and power he now held. But this feeling quickly faded, and within, Palpatine was overcome with a feeling of dread. This somewhat frightened Palpatine, as he thought it was perhaps Plagueis reaching out to him. Palpatine was also somewhat saddened, as he had destroyed his only true friend and companion. He He, however, quickly dismissed these feelings, later chalking it up to the supposed death of Maul on Naboo, but within, he still felt as though something was not as it seemed. The next day, Palpatine was successfully elected as Chancellor of the Republic, and his plans for the galaxy and rise of the Empire were set in motion. So that was the full story behind the death of Plagueis, not as cut and dry as Palpatine made it appear to Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, and required a lot of planning and patience. It's also a great testament to the power of Plagueis, as Palpatine didn't want to have to face him outright and instead chose to scheme. So tell me down below how you feel about this. Do you like how Plagueis died, or would you have preferred something else? Also, what exactly do you think Palpatine sensed after killing his old master? If you have any other questions or video ideas, be sure to tweet them at me as well. It's @StupendousWave on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.